Hey everyone, this is Jason here at Grand Slam, and welcome back to another Grand Slam Week in Preview. Sorry I haven't been doing this lately. I've been busy vigorously writing and dealing with people in my store, and I can't do this video when I have customers, so here I am, back with a Week in Preview, the final week of February. I think I did one the first week of February, so it's like a bookend edition. Alright, so Superman, the coming of the Superman. This is a Neil Adams extravaganza. He does the art, he does the writing, and if you don't know who Neil Adams is, you are missing out on some classic sauce. This probably ignores all of the New 52 shenanigans, all of the convergence. Basically, if you just want a cool Superman book, I guarantee this is probably going to be pretty ill. You can check it out, and you'll enjoy it. We have another Justice League issue number 48. The Darkseid War is still going. This issue actually took some time for it to come out. It seems like it's been at least a month and a half, at least like the beginning of January. So definitely want to check out Justice League, The Darkseid War. I don't know if this is a conclusion. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to look in the back. To be considered Justice League, Darkseid War. There's more. There's more of it. So keep looking out for this one. Hear good things about that Darkseid War. Last but not least, my big pick to click from DC is Dark Knight 3. Man, the first two issues are pretty good. I really like where they're going with this. It's a huge, like, it's a huge, like, DC conglomerate. It's like Frank Miller does the Justice League. Huge story. I like where it's going. It's got some good mythos in there. It's not just going to be about Superman fighting Batman, so they're trying out something new. Cannot wait to read issue 3. Come and get this. We also have copies of issue 1 and 2 at most stores around the world. Here's some indie books to talk about. Fight Club 2 is still coming out. I thought this was only going to 8 issues, so I don't know what that number is now. Maybe it's not. Oh, there we are. It goes to 10. So definitely check this out. It's the final conclusion coming up for Fight Club 2. I'm sure you can still find it at your local comic shop. I always got a pop for Saga. The best, hands down, one of the best books coming out right now. This is issue 34. And just look at that. It's a walrus with a little penguin guy and a hat. I can't remember his name, because I don't remember names. Notorious, I don't remember names. But look at this walrus. God, I love walruses. Just kind of hanging out. I dig it. Saga. All right, Ringside. I don't know if I've talked about this one on here before. I love pro wrestling. I also love crime. This is crime and pro wrestling combined. A lot of it's more of just like the crime. It's supposed to be kind of the business behind wrestling and the life that it leads you to. A life of wrestling might leave you destitute, and you'll have to shoot people in the head for money. I think that's what Ringside's about. I've read 3 issues of this. It's still pretty good. I'm hoping for a little more pro wrestling. There's a guy named the Minotaur. His name is Danny Gnosis. That's incredible if you know stuff about Greek mythology. Yeah. All right. So last but not least, we got to kick it over to Marvel. This book actually came out last week, but I wanted to let people know about it. There's an Avengers series going down. This is called Avengers Standoff. It's going to be a crossover between a lot of other Avengers books. However, the reason why I'm telling people about this, and normally, like, we kind of just got done with the big event, and, who cares about the events and the rebooting everything and blah, blah, blah. So, let's not get into the whole event thing, but I really got to just shout out from Nick Spencer, who's been writing this. Nick Spencer is kind of like an artist. His stock is on the rise at Grand Slam. He's a man who... He wrote The Spectacular Foes of Spider-Man. I'm probably saying that wrong. But it's basically about his... it's a book I never read. I didn't really care about it because, like, who cares about Spider-Man's C-list villains? But apparently it was a really good book. So then he started writing Ant-Man, and Ant-Man is written in the same flavor, and I like Ant-Man, so I started reading Ant-Man, and I'm like, oh, man, this book is really good. So now he's writing Sam Wilson, Captain America, and now he's going to be writing Steve Rogers, Captain America. He's also writing some Avengers sauce. He's a really good comic writer. His books actually take time to read. I think this is a good purchase no matter what, because the amount of time it will take you to enjoy and process a story. So check out Avengers Standoff if you can. All new XMen number 5. Man, there's just all sorts of crazy. This is the new team. They're kind of on the road out doing their own thing. And they've encountered Toad. It looks like they're encountering Blob. It's a very interesting look at the new X-Men without Jean Grey. I think Extraordinary X-Men is still a better book, but, if you want your X-Men fix, go out and get that one. This one here is Avengers number 6. All new, all different Avengers. If you want my opinion on this book has been pretty awesome. I actually have really been digging this story. it doesn't really explain a lot about what's going on. So hopefully this is going to have some answers for us, because we have to be aware of the Vision, because the Vision apparently is up to some notorious naughty stuff. If you've been reading Vision, there's something wrong with him there too. So anyways, check out the all new, all different Avengers. This is issue number 6. Plenty of issues going around. This is the flagship Marvel book right now for Avengers. At least that's what they'd like you to believe. Last but not least, Star Wars Kanan is our Star Wars book this week. I always have to talk about the new Star Wars book because I know people want to know about their new Star Wars. So there you have it, folks. Whole bunch of books. Always new stuff coming out. I can't wait for the future of the comic books. Big announcements for DC. So definitely check that out. Go check out Deadpool. And I will talk to you on the flippy flop side of somewhere. And I'll see you next week, hopefully, in the beginning of March.